Today, we're looking at how one single plant, a type of grass really, is providing a pretty powerful answer to one of East Africa's biggest environmental nightmares: coastlines that are literally disappearing into the water. I know, it sounds a little crazy, right? A problem that huge being solved by, well, grass? But it's really happening. And the really cool part is that the secret to bamboo's power isn't what you see sticking out of the ground. No, the real magic is happening in the complex, hidden world right under our feet. Okay, so first, let's get a handle on just how high the stakes are here. We're talking about a genuine crisis playing out along the most vital shorelines and riverbanks in East Africa. You've got these critical ecosystems like Lake Victoria that more than 42 million people rely on, but they are under so much stress. Years of cutting down forests and agricultural chemicals have washed tons of soil into the water. This chokes everything. It fuels pollution, and it creates the perfect conditions for invasive species like water hyacinth to just completely take over. For a long time, the default solution was, just build a concrete wall. But these hard fixes are not only super expensive, they often break down, and sometimes they actually speed up erosion somewhere else. It's like putting a small bandage on a massive systemic wound. It just doesn't work. So, if throwing concrete at the problem isn't the answer, what is? Well, let's meet the hero of our story, bamboo. And its real genius is that it acts like a kind of underground super engineer. Now, this is the absolute key. Bamboo creates this shallow but incredibly dense, interlocking web of roots and rhizomes. The best way to picture it as a biological geogrid, a living, breathing net woven directly into the earth that literally grabs hold of the topsoil and just refuses to let go. All right, let's geek out on the mechanics for a second. Imagine a really thin bamboo root, just 2 millimeters across. How much pulling force do you think it can take before it snaps? Now let's just bump that up to 5 millimeters. You'd think the strength might double, maybe triple. Nope, not even close. By the time you get to a root that's 8 millimeters thick, the amount of force it can resist has gone through the roof. It's not a straight line, folks. This is an exponential curve. And this chart shows you exactly why that's so important. That exponential strength is bamboo's secret weapon. When floodwaters are tearing at a riverbank, all that force gets distributed across this massive root system, which can absorb the energy and hold the line. It's basically nature's rebar. But just anchoring the soil, that's only the beginning. Bamboo also works as a living shield, actively protecting and even helping to restore the entire water system. Just look at the difference between bamboo and eucalyptus, another tree that was planted everywhere. Eucalyptus is a total water hog. It can suck up 90 liters a day, literally drinking streams dry. It got so bad Kenya actually banned planting it near waterways. Bamboo does the exact opposite. Its shallow roots help recharge the groundwater. It's a net positive. And here, you can see how it all works together as one perfect system. The leaves up top catch the rain, stopping it from washing away the soil. The root network below locks that soil in place. And, this is critical, those same roots soak up all the nutrient pollution from farms before it can do any damage to the river. And it is shockingly good at this. Bamboo can pull up to 96% of nitrogen and 97% of phosphorus out of the water. It literally eats pollution and turns it into more bamboo. And in a place like Lake Victoria that starves the invasive water hyacinth of its food source, breaking that whole cycle of destruction. So what about right on the coast? Well, here, they use bamboo to build natural breakwaters. They install these arrays of poles just offshore. They act like a giant calm, and when the waves hit them, they lose up to half their energy. The water behind the poles calms down, sediment starts to settle, and you literally begin to rebuild the land, which creates the perfect nursery for new mangrove forests to grow. So this amazing ecological power also creates a really powerful human impact. It turns an environmental fix into a real economic opportunity. And a huge part of the strategy is using the right tool for the job. This isn't just planting any old bamboo anywhere. They're being really smart about it, matching specific species to the exact environmental challenge, whether it's conserving water up in the mountains or anchoring a riverbank down in the lowlands. Okay, let's talk about the money. The initial investment to get a bamboo plantation up and running is about $1,000 per acre. But the potential return on that same acre? As much as 400,000 Kenyan shillings. That's about $3,000 per year, every year. It's a crop you can just keep harvesting. Now, zoom all the way out. The potential value for Kenya's entire bamboo sector is estimated at over $10 billion annually. This isn't just about saving soil. It's about building a massive, sustainable green economy. And this isn't just a handful of small projects. This transformation is being backed by serious government policy. Kenya has officially reclassified bamboo as a cash crop. Uganda is planning to create 700,000 jobs from it. Tanzania is even tying its bamboo strategy to carbon credit markets to help pay for it all. This is a big deal. So when you combine the science, the ecological restoration, and the smart economics, bamboo really does offer a powerful blueprint. And it makes you wonder, if a simple grass can rebuild a continent's coastline, what other amazing nature-based solutions are out there, just waiting for us to find them?